Is this going on your channel, Grant?
I don't fucking care, to be honest.
Well, the
Like,
tier list started on your channel. I guess you could continue them on your channel. I
well, I
mean,
guess. Well,
I guess it's
that's
like
kind of that's kind of your thing, anyway.
Yeah,
sure.
and if Zach is in here.
But we can do the thing we were talking about in the idea channel, like on the Bodacious channel.
Yes. Agreed.
Yeah, that'll make sense.
Yep, I agree.
Okay,
Oh, all right.
what are we naming the tiers? And how many
That's
will
the
we
most
have?
important part. Yeah. What? Do I have the insert key pressed? What the hell?
Maybe we should have 4?
I want to be deaf. Oh my god.
Okay, 4 seems fine, I guess. Hold on.
Maybe
No,
one will.
please name the top tier Bodacious.
Yeah. Oh, if you want to, yeah.
Bodacious.
Bodacious. How about like for the second tier? Well, maybe like Oscar-worthy moments. Like it's pretty good, but you know,
Right.
not bodacious or something along those lines. I don't know.
Oh no, I love that. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
It's so weird.
Can I type like normal?
They hand this man an Oscar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hashtag.
Oscar worthy.
Yeah, that's what the kids do nowadays, right? They use those fancy hashtags.
Okay, what would be the like lowest tier? Like
Just see.
had me yawning or something.
Uh,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Who's someone? Wait, we have to name it after someone who has the worst dialogue. Name it like Connie Watson.
Oh.
Are you kidding me again?
I gotta go now. Later.
Fuck Connie, God. Speaking of Connie, where do you want to put?
I want to be deaf.
I want
wanna
to be F. 100%.
It's so short order cook, murder,
I value human life.
Flipping burgers.
Oh, all right,
word,
but the football
sentences,
one, the football is really
Football.
funny.
college football.
No,
Oh my
it's terrible
god,
dialogue.
it's so bad. It's not good.
It's
Ooh.
funny. It's bad, but it's funny bad. IMO.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Or to be honest, I wouldn't listen to it any day.
If you had to pick who had the best dialogue almost in that game, who would you say it is?
I think
Probably
Hulk. Yeah.
I would say Hulk too.
because I love the line. Oh, I eat Jake Rogers socks for breakfast in the morning. I'm like, dude, what the hell?
I'm not into pushy girls.
Do me a favor,
Couldn't
bother
bother
someone.
else.
I love the listen. My body's my temple. I won't risk it for anyone.
Right.
Although he does steroids, so I don't know how well he's taking his advice.
Isn't
Anyway.
Hulk just swell?
Yeah, he's something else.
What do you think about this game called Secrets Can Kill Remastered? It has
I would think
this,
it's on the same level.
it has this
It's
even-
the same.
it
It's
has this guy
whatever.
in there, this real dorkoid, whose name is Detective Beach. I'm not sure you've heard of
You know what? I kind of want to put it in Connie Watson just because of the little bit of improvement. Like when you talk to people, it's not fucking.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think kind of as
Really?
well, but like
But at least you
Yeah.
actually have, you know, at least the conversation kind of just continues and it's not just Nancy
Yeah.
repeating shit all
when it
over
comes
again.
to
I get
dialogue,
that.
I think Detective Beach, if you like lead him astray, he like says quite a bit of stuff about the whole plot of the game. Like,
Yeah.
at the very
And
He
end,
does.
which is
although they
fucking lame,
did
but
ruin Daryl, like they totally ruined him. But
Yes.
I
Well, they
feel
ruined
like the
Hulk, too.
dialogue is kind of funny and
Yeah.
it's the eye comments. What did he say about the eyes?
I've got contacts so I can see pretty women.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's so
I don't
stupid.
know.
I don't know. If
Oh,
you guys just want to put it in I Want to Be Deaf, it's fine. I just personally think it's a little bit better than the
Yeah, I
I
also-
just
original.
the only issue I have with the dialogue, and this doesn't really relate to dialogue, but it's the voice actors. I think it's just less charming personally than I find us the original more charming in
I think,
dialogue,
like,
and I don't know.
I don't know. I
Just leave it in Comic and that's fine.
I like it here, if I'm honest.
Okay,
Alright.
just leave it.
Yeah.
This is like not even a contest, right?
Bodacious.
Yes, it is the
God.
best. One of the
This
best.
is
Oh
like-
my god.
This game is like so tight when it comes to dialogue.
Like,
It's
whenever
so
I
good.
think of Stay Tuned for Danger, I automatically just think of all the quotes and all the things they say that you can just quote on a daily basis.
And
It's amazing.
Even talking to characters like Millie and Bill Pappas is also quite
Mhm.
pleasant.
Yeah. My client
Yeah.
could have been killed. Oh, wait, that's Dwayne.
No one breaks a contract with Bill Pappas.
Yeah, yeah.
Who could forget Prop Master of Death? I mean, right there alone, like
Yeah.
That prop master was
pretty good.
always too sneaky for
Mhm.
my tastes.
Do
And
I look like a
Lillian?
tour
Oh my
guide?
God, Lillian is so good. I
Get
love Lillian's
out of
sister
my
and her quick
office.
remarks.
Yeah, Lillian is amazing.
Don't break my heart, love.
Untitled.
Really, the only person who doesn't have that great dialogue is Maddie. But other than that,
Yeah,
like everyone else is fantastic.
It's open. Oh wait, that's Millie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maddie. Yeah, no, Maddie's whatever.
No,
Someone
Rory,
sent him
don't go.
poison chocolates.
I think one of the best parts of this game is the cassette tape interview with Rick Irwin.
Oh my
He's
god.
just
Oh.
hilarious.
It's so cringy.
Grant, you have to quote the thing. You have to do it.
I always feel like I'm being watched, and always at the same time. Weekdays from 2 to 3 on channel 13. I think that's the quote.
Rick.
It's the way she goes, oh, Rick.
Yeah. But
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
I think we can all agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, hold on. Grant, put your hatred aside. It's not deserving of being in the I want to be deaf just because fucking Gumbo Foo exists.
Yes. I like talking with Evie and Cheryl, I'll give you that, but the other two make me want to shove
But
hot potatoes
Lewis-
in my ears.
But Lewis, when he's like, so long, losers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Don't forget the ghost laugh too, because that's a really good quote that he does.
Yes,
Apparently.
that's definitely him.
Mhm.
Apparently.
Yeah.
100%.
I think it doesn't deserve being like any higher. I feel like
I think it's in the Connie Watson.
Oh no,
too.
it's Connie Watson.
Rose
yeah.
definitely takes this game like a lot. Really takes this game.
She just blabbers on and then she's like, enough chit chat. Like, bitch,
She's
you were
And
just,
talking
even
this
Lou-
whole time.
she's
Yeah,
just
and
a
even
nothing character. Like
Well, even Lewis, without that, later losers, like he adds nothing to dialogue.
no doubt
Yeah.
the book that I have in my briefcase.
Oh my god, hated it.
I'm sorry, I was so distracted.
What a
and-
weird game over sequence. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
what made
could have
them
read that book beforehand.
exactly? That always drove me crazy, and I'm like, so this is the only book in this library that has more than 100 books, and it's the only one that mentions Gumbo Foo. When you live in San Francisco, yeah, okay, buddy, whatever. Like, he didn't steal that book until halfway into the game, anyway.
Aha,
Oh.
that's it.
I'll be right there.
Lewis is up to something. He's looking at a book in a library. Nobody does that.
Nobody reads books nowadays, right?
The spirits
Yeah,
wish
true.
to speak to you, Nancy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, otherwise,
Please
like,
sit down. Oh my god, the seance. Come on, guys.
yeah.
Oh, the seance itself.
Hmm.
Who has called me from the great beyond?
Yeah, true.
Oh, I'm curious as to what you guys have to say about TRT, not gonna lie.
All right. I enjoy talking to characters in this game, but one of them just stops talking to you, and
Yeah.
another character just isn't good until the very, very end game. Because honestly, the like Lisa's monologue at the end is stellar. I've always adored the way she speaks in that one.
That's the only time I've ever liked Lisa's dialogue.
Yes.
And to be completely honest with you, the only actual character I even enjoy in the first place and that I think has good dialogue is Hotchkiss.
Um,
I do not understand the hype about Dexter. I don't get it.
I don't get the hype behind Jacques, if I'm honest, but
The only thing I liked what he said was like, or a little Miss Nightmare.
Like just talking to him about like his life and stuff is also kind of boring, if I'm honest.
Well, he also
It's-
stopped talking to you halfway through the game, like you said. So
Same-ish goes for Dexter, except he actually like understands Nancy's wanting to explore the castle a little bit, which I'd say adds half a point for Dexter. I give it 1 Dexter out of 5. You know.
I don't know because it had like I don't know. I kind of want to put it either in Oscar worthy or Connie Watson, just because there's a lot of really good quotable moments. But I don't know.
I think this is a Connie Watson for me.
Okay,
It's a Connie Watson for me.
all right then.
We're not gonna rank these in the tiers themselves, are we?
Yeah,
Or
no.
if you are,
No, whatever.
yeah, whatever.
That'll be a little too much of a hassle.
I agree. All right. Well,
Are we even going to? Are we going to discuss this?
I wonder.
I don't think any
Okay,
discussions
so that's
needed.
the Secret of the Scarlet Hand. I'm just kidding.
No, but like seriously, like the final scene is just probably like one of my favorite things about the game is literally the dialogue. There's literally no bad dialogue in that game.
Guys. I made a quote list. It's 3 pages long. That game is 3 pages long worth of good quotes. I mean, that just speaks for itself.
Exactly.
Meg, can you do the Alexa thing about the wardrobe again?
Oh yeah, sure. Let me just go up to her. Give this video some content.
Yeah.
Alexa, I may have to cut this short.
Did someone climb out of your wardrobe?
It's so good.
Haha. Why?
All right.
All right. I feel like that summarizes thoughts on the final scene pretty well.
Man, like it's so good that like it's kind of hard to even talk about it because every single thing they say in that game is just so good.
Really?
Like
Yeah,
like we would be here all day if we went over everything.
like the problem is that like the whole thing is just too good to where like you can't even find anything that's like stands out because everything's good, you know?
Right.
Well, it's because it's like, you know, even dialogue options are so good. So it's like, even if you choose one over the other dialogue option to choose from as you're playing Nancy, the other one is just as good. And it's just full of amazing moments, incredible dialogue, great characters that speak to their dialogue. It's just so good.
Yes, quite. Alright.
Now the next one. I don't know about this one. I don't know.
I like it when Joanna said fish food, and I like Taylor. And
There's definitely a few, like the fish food comment and the prom pictures comment.
I like
Henrik's
Bacall.
iconic, like you're asking the wrong amnesiac.
Who is Bacall? Oh my
And then,
head.
I mean, Taylor Sinclair is the whole game. He's the whole
Right?
He definitely
dialogue.
makes the game. But I'd say that this game really flopped with the phone contacts.
Oh, they're
because
not good. The only
They
good
definitely
phone contact.
managed to make Prudence Rutherford boring, and that's an achievement
Yeah.
in and of
Yeah.
itself.
Well, thank God there's at least Poppy Dada.
I think this is our, like, I'm not even sure where to put this one. I think this is.
I
I
don't
know,
know.
I'm having some trouble with it right now.
I think I'd put it over here, if I'm honest.
I think I would too, because I mean, honestly, like with Taylor's stuff, it's just his lines are so good. It saves that game.
And it's not even just Taylor. I mean, we even have a few from like the only character I think I really don't if I think about dialogue, I don't count Alejandro. Like, what does he even
Yeah.
say? Like, I don't think there's anything
Well, he's just
except
Oh
for
no, wait! I love. Oh, of course, Sister Joanna couldn't possibly be the thief now, could she? I really like that line.
I'm
I
thinking
see.
about behold, a heroine emerges from the tomb.
Oh yeah, the
Like,
incredible ending sequence. I would put it in Oscar moment.
I think
This is
Oscar
definitely-
worthy is okay.
It's
Yeah.
so iconic.
I'm
Sometimes,
surprised. My favorite
Mhm.
quote from Alejandro is when he literally the first thing he says, "Oh, you must be one of Joanna Riggs's new pirates in training," or whatever.
yeah.
It's-
How does it feel to be in rankings with the modern day conquistadors?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a pretty good game for them.
Yeah, it like when the dialogue hits, it hits really well. But then when it doesn't hit, it's not good. So I think it just kind of evens out. It's definitely got great moments though.
I love talking to Nurse Bluefoot because he speaks in a very funny way. He does make a lot of pauses when he speaks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like kind of like Sergeant Ramsey almost.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Except he sounds more high. Well, what about Ghost Dogs? What do you think about these?
See,
Red Knot has probably the best quotes.
Yes.
Red Knot, Eustacia Andropa. I mean,
Vivian Whitmore.
I mean, Eustacia also, but yeah, I don't know. It's I'm not sure about this one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm leaning towards Oscar worthy, but I don't think it's Bodacious.
No, it's definitely not
It
Bodacious.
definitely isn't. But the more I think about it, there's literally like one character who I like to talk to in the flesh in this one, and that's not very.
Is it Red Knot?
Of course it is. Like it's not.
So
Ellie.
yeah, so he saves, he kind of saves it for us because like without him, this would probably go into the I wanna be deaf category.
Yeah, he's just too.
But at the
blunt.
same time, Emily Griffin, when she says like scares the bejeebies out of me,
Oh my God.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
not
Ranger
forget
Acres
she
can
talks
take a
about
flying leap.
Let's not forget when she talks about Red Knot's butt as well. Let's not forget
Right.
that. Giving him splinters in his hinter regions. I do not need to know about that. But okay.
But Ranger Acre, like, what the hell does he say? Like, I
He
don't.
literally says nothing.
He literally just says like, he says things and it's not quotable, but the way Nancy can reply is kind of quotable. Like
Yeah.
her response to the apple crisp.
Oh gee, thanks, Ranger Acres.
And that, iconic.
No, it's a Junior Park Ranger pin. Unfortunately, I don't get to give them out that often. Oh gee, thanks.
So
I would say put in Connie Watson, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's fair.
okay, I guess it'll
But
go there.
At
Yeah.
the same time, it's kind of fitting because like Moon Lake is supposed to be this kind of like place with not a lot
Yeah,
of
I agree.
people and such and
Mhm.
such. You know.
And this is gonna be like a very small, like off-brand, but I hate when people like criticize the game for that. They're like, "Well, there's not many people to talk to," and it's like, "Well, yeah, you wouldn't have anybody to talk to because it's literally in Moon Lake, Pennsylvania, like a small town.
Literally.
You're not gonna have people popping up all over the place.
It's
That's just the style of the game,
Mhm. It's a lot more puzzle heavy, which is not a bad thing.
No, it's just that kind of game,
And then we move on to a game that's a lot more dialogue heavy, ironically.
Oh my God, it's got to be Bodacious. I think it's close to being Bodacious.
I think it is Bodacious.
Yeah, okay. I wanted to make sure we were on this.
I just genuinely love this game. Talking with people in this game is very pleasant.
Oh no, you've got B3 issues. Okay, wait, guys, just hold on. There's something else I have to do. Okay.
Oh.
Alexa, my back is sore.
Probably because somebody just got done stabbing you there.
If that isn't the best quote of the game, you're more than welcome to change my mind, but
it's so good.
Like the game is just
do the Joy Trent one.
Ooh. Well, yeah, but that was like customized to like say it's me instead of Joy Trent, but it's funny, yeah.
Well,
how does it go again? Oh yeah, Alexa, what am I?
Doris Charming is a party pooping stick in the mud.
But like the fact that Joy's father programmed him to say that about his own daughter.
I know, right? Damn.
I mean, like, that's kind of just playful, making fun of her. I'd say.
It's
The fact that he went
I
out
don't
of
know
his
how I
way
would
to
feel if my
program it.
parents did that to me. I'd be like, oh.
The fact that he just went out of his way to program that's pretty,
Yeah.
pretty hilarious.
I think that by the end of the game, you understand that he genuinely loved his daughter.
Oh, yeah, absolutely,
of
but
course.
it's just a funny joke. It's just
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, it is a funny joke. But nothing harmless. And speaking of that, like, talking to Miles as a whole is quite the
Mhm.
joy, dare I say.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Joy, this is it.
Oh, yeah, oh, joy, this is it. I can't use my cell phone right now.
Okay, my favorite phone contact was Tink.
I don't want to talk about
I
it.
just yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Have fun fishing. I'm trying. I love that.
Yeah, he's really
Well,
funny.
Miss Destructo
Oh.
returns.
I personally
My
also
God.
like Lance Huffington. He's also
Oh,
pretty,
yeah.
pretty funny.
Who's
Right,
this?
right.
Wow, I'm doing court. Gotta go. Like, wow.
Ta-ta.
What did you say your name was? Nancy Drew?
Well, Nancy, next time you call, you might be speaking to a multi-millionaire. Ta-ta.
And like,
I
the
have to
things
go.
that-
They want to x-ray my head.
even the game overs in this game, they're so iconic
Yes!
with how
Game
Paula
overs are
Santos
so
just
funny.
berates you on being stupid.
I'm
and
standing outside of what used to be the Captain Quarters Hotel.
yes.
I should come down there and have my head examined too.
Oh,
So funny. What was I thinking? I love it.
Paula is just so.
Great, great, great dialogue.
Yeah.
So good.
how does
American
Harlan
is just-
how does he start it off? He's like, well, by the way, you just marched right in here. You're either who I think you are or one determined gate something crasher,
Gay
right?
Crasher.
Yeah.
I forgot
Yeah.
the point where he's
Well, the
like,
way you just waltzed right in here past all those sorry we're closed signs. You either are who I think you are or you're one determined gate crasher.
Right, right.
Oh yeah, enter
Do you
through
think-
the whales.
do you think he was preparing to say that? Like,
I think so, because it's kind of a mouthful.
You're
yes,
right.
quite.
He definitely was preparing that.
Out now and do not come back unless and until Joy Trent calls me. Okay?
Okay.
I love how Nancy just says like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
she's like,
that's what you think, sir. Oh.
I love how he spins around. It's so funny. He's like,
Mhm.
you just ruined my day.
Nancy, talk to me. Ask me questions. Lots of questions. You know.
Oh, but when Elliot's like, oh yeah, Poppy Dada thinks I'm hot.
Oh, that was so cringy. Oh my god, it was so funny.
Give me
I
another
was like,
one.
what?
I love him when he says like, I'm on a roll, baby. Give me another one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Look,
I
little-
love when you
I
ask
love
Tink
little-
about Amelia's nickname. He's like, who's Amelia?
Yeah.
I love how
Oh, never
like,
mind.
after Nancy's like so surprised about him like pitching the book, he's like, sorry, over there. Like, he's trying. Well, at least somewhat.
Okay, we could spend all day talking about Carousel, but
Oh, I'm here for it. But we
oh
have to
no,
move
I'm
on.
just saying.
We have to move on to Danger and Deception Island, and luckily, this game isn't too
Oh.
shabby, is it?
Girl.
I'm thinking here.
I don't know about Bodacious,
I
but
think-
it's.
I think Oscar worthy.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd say so. This is nuts.
Whales rule. And Casey Porterfield carries the dialogue.
Oh,
Yes.
But Hilda Swinson is just.
Oh, of course. It's
Oh,
not like you're
true.
talking to the
the
Queen of England.
here.
Hmm.
She's just one of the most like
Yeah.
fun phone contacts, along with Casey as well. Like
Yeah.
the phone contacts in this game are also.
And then the whales rule, obviously, that's just an Oscar iconic moment for sure.
Right.
I love how
This was like a united franchise.
this is
really.
just a grand thing, but I love how Katie just says enjoy when you like say goodbye to her.
I feel so bad for Katie in that
Yeah.
game. She's just like working on this engine, and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm here to like vacation. She's like, enjoy your life,
Yeah,
have
yeah.
fun. But yeah, I think the phone characters are really, really solid in that game.
Right.
And you have like certain moments with like Holt, Jenna, and Andy, but I don't think it's like every single line is like a banger. You know what I mean? So I
I
think
like
you want.
I like how Jenna is like, well, listening in on your conversations with Holt, so to speak. That's a pretty good like kind of well detail, so to speak.
The way she just says like my condolences.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so like you really just get a glimpse of her character right away.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I like how she like tries to help you find like a way to reach Katie at the end of the game. Like just tells you to go ask Candy.
Mm-hmm.
Not don't bother with Holt.
Right.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
what do you think about the people on the ship at the end?
I couldn't
Oh,
help myself. It was like being a kid in a candy store.
Yeah.
Your toast, mister, with a capital T. Oh my god.
Say
Yeah.
goodnight, Nancy.
Mm-hmm.
Nuts.
What did you do that for? Can we just talk about he like you threw a helium tank at him and he literally bumps it away like it's nothing to him. Like you threw a beach ball at him, he's like, alright, never mind.
It's a very cartoony ending, but
So
a
funny.
really good one nonetheless.
Yeah.
Alright, you can't be talking
Cool.
about Andy forever. We have to move on to Secret of Shadow Ranch.
I don't know about you guys, but I think the quotes in this game are so bodacious.
Hmm.
That entire cookout scene,
Oh
my
my
god.
Oh yeah,
So
well, you're right there.
And she'll be coming around the mountain when she cooks. Yodelay. I can't take anymore.
Where you going? You can't leave. Raleigh said have a cookout and entertain our guest.
Yeah,
Well,
well, I don't call this entertainment.
It's worse than whatever that stuff was you cooked.
That was lamb ragu for your information.
And it was great. You couldn't appreciate it because your taste buds are about as sophisticated as a sand flea's.
I think I'll turn into night ma'am. Next time, just stick to burgers. Hey, too brute.
You see that? You see what I put up with? Okay, I'm not gonna do the whole
Day
thing,
in
but
and
I
day
could.
out.
You almost did the whole thing, so
I could do it.
I
honestly.
could.
I have memorized that game.
just please don't do the horse quiz, or we're gonna be here all day.
Where's the horse's
Hey,
hocks?
here, on his back legs.
Okay, I don't want. This is gonna be a long video if we fucking do the whole thing. But
I literally, that one and like Danger by Design are like I can quote like the entire game. Oh my goodness.
okay. Moving on to like other good quotes in the game besides just the cookout.
I might be under Oscar worthy instead of Bodacious.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think the cookout is definitely the best part, and like that whole thing you can quote. Other than that, like you get some really great moments with Shorty. Dave is kind of subpar. Tex is great, and then Mary is kind of okay, but that's kind of her character. Like she's not just super chatty. But
You got a steady back home?
yeah. I would say it's the Oscar-worthy moments. I don't know about Bodacious because it's like, I don't know.
I agree with Cheryl on this one. This is definitely an Oscar worthy for me. It's just
Well, it has
like,
to go there then.
It's not.
I
like,
tried my best.
I like the dialogue in this game. It's just that not every line that comes out of the character's mouth is a banger. You know.
Right. Because like, is it on the same tier? Like, think about it. Is it on the same tier as Final Scene?
It's definitely on the same tier as Deception
You know what I
Island, I'd say.
Well, the thing is, I know we're not doing the thing where we're kind of ranking the games individually and like each tier they're in because that'll be a bit of like a hassle. But I do know off the bat, out of all of the games, the final scene does have my favorite dialogue ever. But I personally do think Shadow Ranch should go into Bodacious. I mean, that's just my opinion, but I also, besides the cookout and besides some other iconic lines like "You got a steady back home," I just really do think like I love all of the other quotes too, but I mean that's just me.
Okay.
So it's just gonna stay an Oscar worthy to reach a middle ground here,
Okay.
I suppose.
Understandable opinion.
Right.
Nevertheless, if we agree on this one, I'd say we should just move on to Blackmore.
See, for this one, I'm gonna have to think a bit. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like I'm about to float right out of my shoes.
Alright, like, the dialogue in this game is, like, not too shabby, but I'd say it's not the game's strongest point, if I'm honest.
Right. Well, it's another one of those where it's like, you know, it's kind of like Nancy on her own most of the time. It's
I like
so
talking to
soft.
Nigel. Nigel's pretty funny.
Yeah, and then he leaves, and it's so sad.
I like talking to Hugh Penvillin. Hugh is pretty
Hugh's
good.
fun. Oh, and then Tommy at the Boar's Head Pub.
Boar's Head Pub.
Like,
This is Tommy.
No joke, talking to Linda might be like one of my favorite suspects like of all time to talk to, just because of how sad I feel for her, and how like her opening up to you, it's like reaching a checkpoint where it's like, wow, finally I can talk to her. At last.
I do like Mrs. Drake's quotes the best.
Do you
Mrs.
have a
Drake
pot
is
of glue?
Haven't got a pot of glue. Haven't got a pot of glue.
Clue, dear. Clue rhymes with glue, see?
Poppycock! Or whatever she fucking says when you tell her about the ritual.
Ritual in the middle of the night, young lady. Next time, you'll be telling me that Linda is cursed by some roving spirit, or we have ghosts haunting the mansion. It's like, alright.
I even love when she opens the door and Nancy's like, something's out there. And she's just like, where, child? And she's like, oh, come in.
Oh my god, but like, when Ethel says, like, you will no longer be welcomed in Blackmore. Good day. That's just so menacing. I love it.
Oh, damn. The moment that I received the word, and you're like, oh shit. I really thought she was a threat in that game. Like, no joke. I was like, don't know about.
She's like legit scary, alright?
Oh, she is. She's a definite threat. She's the beast of Blackmore, if we're gonna be honest.
Okay, so based on what we've talked about so far for this game, I would like to put in Oscar worthy, and because, well, I mean, Lulu is literally so quotable.
Felicity, the door.
I swear to God, I quote Lulu every day of my life. You're gonna need a bigger boat.
The time has come for closing
closing doors.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Yeah,
I think Oscar worthy.
I'd say this is a fair place to put it in. It has enough charm to it.
It has enough to go there, yeah.
Alright. What do you think about Old Clock over here?
What on earth was that?
Of course!
What in blazes are you doing? Sneaking around in here like a common thief, interrupting my sessions.
I knew there was something wrong with your psychic palpitations.
It was like, what did he say? It was like this really tricky word.
Jumbo scientific word. I'm like, I don't know what you're
saying.
Well, it will no longer be my problem, but the sheriff's or something.
Yeah.
Points at you.
Yeah, he points at you.
Is Nancy kneeling down because he's like leaning over her? So is she like on the floor or something? What is that?
He's just on 10 boxes stacked up on top.
I guess so.
I don't know, other than Richard Topham and like Jane Willoughby is saying, you should have just minded your own business or whatever.
You know what though? Like, it's not even the actual characters of the game that I really like their quotes. It's literally the random people when you deliver telegrams and they say the funniest the funniest shit to you.
Buy low, sell high.
Yeah. Gee, thanks. I'll remember that.
And he says that like, do you want a tip?
Yeah.
That's the tip that he gives you.
So funny.
It is pretty funny.
Did you deliver that telegram? I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. And this one goes out to Molly at Fashion's Dairy. I'm like,
Keep
okay,
up the
buddy.
good work. Welcome to Zippies.
Oh, true.
Ziply Services, Zipply Zap, and Ziply Services, the zippiest. Fill her up.
Just 25 cents worth, please.
I don't know how to make a pumping gas sound effect.
Chug, chug. I don't know. But
Let's see.
I don't
Emily
know.
does not say anything memorable.
the main
No.
4 characters.
Jane, when she calls herself a dumb Dora, that's kind of funny.
It's pretty funny.
Jim Archer has literally nothing to add.
Nothing.
I like
I would put it in Connie Watson tier, maybe. I don't know.
I think maybe. Yeah, I think Connie Watson.
I like it when Jimbo said, like, she used to call me her ace in the hole. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's pretty-
I
pretty
feel
sweet.
kind of bad because I really love, like the Richard Topham quotes that we mentioned, and along with just delivering the telegrams and the things they say to you.
But
Really, it doesn't really carry it. It's not.
Right.
what about
It's not that good that it should go into a top spot.
Yeah,
It should probably stay in Connie
especially
Watson.
like as much as I like delivering the telegrams, it's also like optional,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
not like it adds anything to the game or like how you're playing. They're really good quotes, don't get me wrong. And then if it, I don't. Other than that, it's just kind of like,
Oh, what do you think of like the 3 radio contacts that you call?
I honestly don't care for them.
Yeah, they're okay.
Yeah, they're
I don't know.
pretty okay. But the dialogue between Topham and the student that you can overhear. is
Oh my
pretty,
god!
Yeah.
Like, concentrate, push, not pull.
You're like, what the hell?
I'm good at-
What's going on?
What is going on in there, guys?
Yeah, really, what is going on?
Was she good
Think
at
I-
pulling or pushing? I forget.
I don't know.
I think she's. Wait, I think it's pulling.
Yeah, because it sounds more.
Wait, is it-
All right.
Yeah, I think it's. I like pulling things, and I'm like, girl, please. TMI, TMI, TMI. I don't need to know that. Anyway,
I think that's enough about Secret
Yeah.
of the Old Clock.
I think it's yeah.
But Blue Moon Canyon though.
Bodacious,
Oh,
bodacious.
yeah.
It's
I was gonna say Bodacious too, but for some reason a part of me was like, oh, maybe they're gonna want to put it in Oscar worthy.
No,
Yeah,
it's
no way.
bodacious. It's so good. See, that's another one where it's like every line is
Mhm.
amazing.
Mhm.
And they add so much characterization to each of the lines when they deliver them. Like Tino's super arrogant, Lori's just kind of being ditzy at sometimes. Charlene is just the know-it-all. John Gray's very, supernatural-esque. So Fatima also, oh my god.
I love
No,
that-
None of that weird PH stuff.
I love that like the minor characters in this game also have like some personality. Like
Even
the
the
guy,
yeah.
James Thurston, the engineer, and like the
Mm-hmm.
train guy who says like, "This better be Miss Gerard." They're
Mhm.
also like,
Well-
quite funny.
Oh yeah, I love you didn't throw the emergency brake, did you? No, good, because if you were, I'd have to come back there and throttle you. Like, what the hell? I'm literally just talking on the phone.
Mhm.
That's so good though. Even like the graveyard guy, you meet him for 2 seconds.
He was so. Oh my god.
The
When
guy
he's-
in the restaurant, and his friend, yeah.
Like,
you
yeah, this game is also like quite quotable as well. Like, there's a lot of stuff that people say that's sticks in your mind, so to speak.
It's so good.
Done you, Natalie.
It's Nancy.
Anything for a fellow detective. The words useless.
Less.
I just remember the drawing that you did.
That's what I was thinking of when you said that.
Oh, God.
For
But
real.
yeah, I think this is
So
quite
good.
unanimous.
So good.
Right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Alright, great. Let's move
And
on
of
to...
course, we just, oh man, like, just cheeseburger alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Cheeseburger.
Way to go, Joe. hey, I can boil water. It's just when it's got things floating in it, I get confused.
Good. Alright. What do you
Alrighty.
think about the Minette Original?
What else tickles the fancy?
Oh,
Bon Dieu.
bonjour, mademoiselle!
Oh my god, that lady. She scares me.
I use
Oh.
this traffic cone to park my car parallel myself.
The vendors have say the best shit, man.
Ah,
The way they hype up their garbage.
yeah. Like,
Here's a pie tin. It costs 15 euros. I'm like, this is an empty pie tin, dude. What?
you know, like, I think that this game might actually be Bodacious. I can think of a lot of dialogue in this game that I
Really?
genuinely enjoy.
Traquenard!
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 It's a Mickey!
Oh,
It's a Mickey!
True.
And like JJ lying about like her like winning the lottery or whatever, and like when you talk to Dieter, he's like, "Can you believe that she won a lottery?"
Right?
And like Dieter talking about Minette and Minette talking about Dieter, they are both so
Yeah.
sweet. I love
Oh my
them.
god, and the boa constrictor, he's like, you don't have a snake in here. He's like, no, but I may have lost an exotic pet like that in here. He's like, there's a snake in here? Oh my god, what the hell? So funny.
Hello? Yes, this is Zoo.
Oh, Zoo, true.
Good.
I don't know.
This is definitely on the more like funny haha side of dialogue, but it does that pretty well.
It's
I'd
so
say.
good.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
So utterly rude.
Oh yeah, it's so utterly rude. Stuff. I want stuff. Just new stuff that's like this old stuff, but different.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? You might have convinced me to put it in Bodacious, actually.
Like
It's so
I-
good.
it's
I was
just...
thinking Oscar worthy, but it's got really good moments, and it's almost like every line is just really, really good.
It's
Yeah.
so rude. Life is so horribly unrude. Like I don't know. The dialogue is definitely the best part of this game. It's just a shame that it's so puzzle heavy that you don't get to talk to people that much.
Shara!
Sure.
Asa!
Ha 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 ha. Ha!
I like the one where she hisses at you.
I fought imaginary elves that were
Stronger than you! Yes! I'm taking you out, Nancy, and I don't mean for sushi. So good.
Oh, look at that. You have a twin. I used to think twins were so cute.
And Prudence
Starting with
Rutherford is also in this game. She's so funny.
Oh, yes! Prudence
That's just silly, dear.
That's just
right.
silly, dear.
Finally got-
Oh, goody goody gum
Yeah.
gums.
Guys, man, this is just bodacious.
Yes, this is
For real. It's very good.
Oh.
Agree.
All right. What about
Ooh.
Miss Kim over
You
here?
know,
We're on the verge of
I'm trying to think of
pre-labor. Am I right?
oh yeah. Woohoo! Am I a genius or what?
the only thing I can think of that I actually kind of even liked a little bit, to be honest, was like, I should have just gone surfing and I should have just gone with you.
I like
Yeah,
talking. I like talking with Dr. Craven, if I'm honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's pretty fun to talk to, but otherwise, I'm not really sure. Just,
I don't know.
like,
It's either the bottom two tiers, but I don't know which
Yeah.
one.
I also have kind of zero clue as to which one I'd put this in.
I don't know. It's just like everyone's just very just kind of bland. I mean, I like Big Island Mike, but he doesn't really add that much. I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
He just doesn't add much of anything. Like, I'm trying to think of stuff he says, and it's like, I don't
Play
know.
like they play.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Want to play Kojak or something? Fine by me.
He's just there. He
Yeah.
just stands there.
And Pua doesn't really add anything
Yeah,
either.
like Pooh is like the most forgettable character in that game.
Yeah, and Quigley, as iconic as a character she is, you really only talk to her 3 times during the
Yeah.
whole game.
There's
about
this
it.
Yeah, like I like Quigley Kim. She's pretty funny. She's a very
Her
good
her digressing is funny, but
like
I mean,
No, like I'm saying, like she's an iconic character, but I'm saying that you only speak to her like 3 times, so it's kind of
yeah,
unfortunate that they need the most character to this person, and you
mhm.
don't get to talk. You get
like
to talk to Craven more often, I think.
mm-hmm.
I don't know, guys. I kind of want to put this in the same tier as the original Secrets Can Kill.
I kind of do
Well,
too.
kind of. I'd say it's fair, but
Yeah,
I,
it's just
it's, like, what's quotable about it? Really,
like
nothing.
I think it's like if you muted your computer while you were playing it, would you miss out on a lot of stuff?
not
No,
really.
no.
Yeah. No, I would put it.
The
I think that's
dialogue
a
is
good.
definitely one of the weaker parts of that game and says a lot when the game itself is
Yeah.
pretty not very strong as is. Uh, but that said, we can move on to White Wolf now.
Huh.
Also,
I'm thinking about this one.
I'm thinking bottom 2 tiers for sure.
Oh yeah, but like I'm sitting here trying to think of a quote that I liked, but
Uh, I like Yoni. I like when he says, "Oh no."
Oh,
oh no, you are what is wrong.
Yanni's
Yeah,
pretty good.
yeah, Yanni is pretty
The
fun.
gaze of the wolf will make you go blind.
But God, but Bill Kessler and
Oh,
Lou Talbot are just, they're not that great.
What are you, Little Red Riding Hood? Is that what he says?
yeah. What are you, afraid of cooties? Let her
And
use your snowshoes.
I'm sure you're aware,
Oh
but
yeah.
there's a character who you can kind of miss if I'm
Oh
remember
yeah.
correctly.
No, you can literally finish the game without talking to Guadalupe.
Yeah. Or, well, you can also finish the game without talking to Yanni, too, I think. You can go pretty far without talking to him, at least.
Well, that's pretty silly.
I know, it's very sad. So it's like
Hmm.
you can go a whole game without talking to two characters. Like that adds that says a lot about the game.
But you can't skip, or can like the phone calls in this game are just so bland to
Oh
me.
God.
And Chantal just sucks.
Chantal adds nothing. She's one of the worst phone characters, I would
Mm-hmm.
argue.
I agree.
She's just terrible.
But other
I
than that, Ollie I kinda like. I like Ollie. He's good man.
and then I missed again, and again, and again.
He's a very satisfying voice to
Yeah.
listen to. But
Uh,
the
I
phone
don't
characters
know.
outside of Tino, like,
Oh.
bleh. It's me,
But like
Tino
Tino doesn't
Balducci.
really he doesn't even do it for me in this game. Like his quotes in Last
Yeah,
Train are better.
I think the only
Yeah.
thing I
Oh,
remember from him that is like that he says "Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon" and it's capitalized, as in
he
like,
says the name of the game.
yeah,
Oh my god.
it's pretty funny. But other than that, like, not even Tino can save this game.
Yeah,
To be honest, I want to put it like in the I want to be deaf tier.
I
Uh,
want to too.
Fitting
I
because
want
the
to do.
music is also.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
don't get
exactly. I'm already half asleep.
this tier
I'm
is
already half.
not for music. Let's not go there.
All right.
Although
Well.
you are
But
correct.
God, is it bad?
All right. Let's talk about Crystal Skull. Finally,
Oh
something that
my
we can
God,
agree is
the
pretty good.
entire introduction to that game, their dialogue, the
Mm.
bickering between Renee and Henry.
Oh,
I
true.
should call them and keep them on hold for 5 hours and see how they like it.
All of Lamont's lines are golden.
Oh
All of
my
Bess's lines
God.
are golden.
This game has my single favorite Nancy line. Can you guess which one?
Murder?
Yes.
I
Oh God, like that's so
don't know. I think it's pretty bodacious,
so unique.
Oh
honestly.
yeah.
And talking to Hotchkiss over the phone and to the
Yes,
authenticator.
Hotchkiss. The authenticator, he's funny. You
Yeah.
know.
Look, I'm not saying it's magical or anything.
And like
Yeah.
the conversations are both like entertaining and they add to the plot. Like talking to Gilbert Bluebird, such
Absolutely.
and such. And that's just how dialogue should be, if I'm honest. I'd say that
Exactly.
it deserves the
Mhm.
bodacious treatment.
Don't give her any of your weirdo concoctions, or I really will have to take her to the emergency room. Or is it hospital? I don't know.
Phone call. Leave this be. Henry's feeling a mighty bit overwhelmed. Yeah.
It wants to
It's
be
really
mine. I love how.
yes.
Oh my god, the entire like ending
Yeah, yeah,
confrontation there and the dialogue. Oh, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What
No,
a
but like Lamont and his instant fits. Oh my god.
instant fits, and like Lamont and Bess talking about like guessing each other's like numbers
So
is
that they have
also
like a
quite.
connection there.
Uh huh. It's quite.
And although Buford's quotes aren't exactly funny, I do enjoy them because he says a lot of like it really kind of gets to your head.
I like what
Yeah.
he says about like the power of suggestion, or
Yes.
Yes, that is an amazing, amazing line. I
Yes.
love that line, and it just I just love that like everything in the game just adds up to what you're witnessing and what happened to Bruno. Because
and
you have
like
that thing with him, and then you have the thing with Hotchkiss where she's like, "I believe that the human mind is very capable,"
yeah,
and happens all like so good.
What Hotchkiss says about it is quite like makes you
Mm-hmm.
think about it. If the human mind wants something to be true, does the human heart
Mm-hmm.
have the capability to make it true?
It's
It's,
so good.
it's one of the most
It's
Amazing.
like iconic
really
quotes, I'd say.
it's
Yes.
very deep in that way. Like it just makes you kind of think. I love
Yeah.
that about that game. It just makes you think and just do double takes and
Yeah.
questions you.
I'm not a supernatural person, but the power of suggestion is definitely something that I can think about on my
Yeah.
own.
Darling, a sack full of water moccasins couldn't get me to say that word out loud.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
What's icky? Iggy is an
Yeah.
iguana. Yeah, it's great.
It's great.
Well, it seems our uninvited guest is of the female variety.
So good. The Phantom of Venice.
The Phantom of Venice.
You know what, guys? I actually personally really enjoy talking to Helena, and Margaritas has some funny stuff.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
And oh my god, and Prudence in that game.
Prudence in the
Yeah,
game is
it's too
very
bad.
funny. I'd say
She's
that
great.
like
I wish you could talk to her more. It's unfortunate. They
I
only talked to you twice.
played it a couple of times now, and talking to Ned and I think it's Joe on the phone
Joe.
is
Right.
also quite entertaining, I'd say.
Oh yeah, I love the car thing.
I
That
like talking to
was your car.
Enrico Taza, especially when you're
Oh
like,
yeah.
"Who's Gina?" and he's like, "Ah!"
He's laughing.
Just
Mhm.
so
You
entertaining.
are Samantha. And then
Um,
Samantha Quick does call you on the phone.
yes.
Don't ever do that again. And you're like, what the hell? Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, but yeah, talking to Helena is pretty funny. I like Helena. She's cool.
I love the way while you're looking at Colin's little slideshow there of his like tesserae, the way he just says
Oh,
like, this one looks quite delicious or whatever.
What a yummy shade of yellow.
How lovely shade of scarlet. Blue never
I
looked this
adore
good.
this shade of crimson.
Right.
Divine, absolutely divine. And he looks like at a great tesseract, and I'm like, it's great,
Mm-hmm.
it's great, Colin. Why? Like, relax.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, and the way he was like so angry about the microscope.
How could you be so careless?
Yeah, he's so
Uh,
angry. He's
I'm
just.
pretty sure it's just a burnout bulb. Oh. Well, we can do another one.
God.
I don't know. I would think it's under Oscar-worthy moments at least.
I
I don't know
I
about.
think so too.
yes,
Okay.
I can agree to this.
Okay.
It's a game with pretty good dialogue. At least like
Mm-hmm.
some characters are sometimes enjoyable, and one character is always enjoyable. So
Yeah, I agree.
all right.
Yeah, see, like whenever I've heard a lot of, people just saying they really dislike the characters overall in the game, but you have to admit the things they say are iconic.
I guess so. I don't know. I I can see why people could dislike Margarita and Colin, but Helena to me is just like not a very dislikable person. She's very
Uh-huh.
very fun, very easygoing. If you read her notes, she says quite a bit of like nice things about Nancy.
Oh, I should not have eaten those sausages.
No, yeah,
Yeah. True.
most definitely.
You're positively green.
Oh, what the fuck? Alright.
It's like,
Oh.
oh, I'm spying on someone.
Oh yeah.
Pardon-moi.
Hmm?
My... I beg thy pardon. Can I...
Uh-oh.
The page got stuck.
Oh.
I'm like... I know you can't understand whatever that window said, but, you know. Fucking, are you kidding me? Right now? Well, gee whiz. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Oh. Alright, we're
There you go.
fine. We're
Okay.
good.
Woo.
Everything got shuffled again.
That's all good.
Kasumoa is up next, so we can talk about that one. Although I suppose
Ah.
don't think there's gonna be much talking about that one.
So, I, I'm, I'm just kind of curious as to how you feel about the dialogue, Cheryl, for this game. Like, I know you love this game, but like, how do you feel about the dialogue?
Dialogue is definitely not the strongest suit.
There's like, if you were to ask me, there's like nothing I remember for dialogue that I can like quote, or nothing that like really stuck with me.
I'd say the dialogue is definitely the weakest suit of that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like the other suits are not, but I don't know. I totally can't remember anything other than like Kyler saying "I love you" at the end, or like Denal saying "Ah, the luck of the Irish" or whatever. You know.
Denal is definitely my favorite character in the game, and I love his dialogue. I also like meeting Matt, and I love the fact that he's like, well, we were sneaking around in the garden. He was like, I wanted to make Denal think a leprechaun was moving through the bushes. I love that line. It's so funny. And
Yeah,
that's
I
why
wish
it
we
has a
got
black.
more of that though. That's
I
the
like
thing.
how
Like,
I like Matt when he says like, "Oh, all right, that's it. I'm getting that eye examined. My
Oh,
stomach will
dibs on the
just have to."
potatoes.
Yeah, dibs on the potatoes. Yeah,
Dibs on the potatoes.
I just like Matt. Matt is fine, but everyone else is just like, Kit especially is just
I
like
don't like
kind of
anything
nothingy.
Kit says.
Yeah.
Kid and
Everything
Kyler are
that
definitely
comes
not
out
my.
of his mouth, like, no,
I
thank
love
you.
I love Denal and Matt. Those are probably like my favorite characters in the game. But other than that, it just doesn't have a lot of dialogue going for it. So,
Mm-hmm.
to you guys, I
And
guess.
to be fair, I'd say that like the game is definitely not as dialogue focused as some games
Yeah,
can be.
it's just one of those games where it's like Nancy's kind of on her own.
It's
That's just
definitely
kind
in the Moon Lake camp of dialogue, I'd say. You know.
you can put it in the
I,
last tier. You can put it
I,
in the last tier if you
Grant,
want.
what do you think? Because, like, I mean, you know me. I
I
would honestly put it in the last tier there.
I'd say that I agree with you. I don't like really much of the dialogue at all, other than Matt. I don't like Denal or Kyler or
It's
Kit.
just rare, you know. It's a lot of like little things. It's not
Yeah.
the rest of the game. It just needed more
And
dialogue, if
like
you ask me.
yeah, and like the fact that you like don't really even need to talk to them about much at all. It's just like just kinda adds to the fact that like it's just not that kind of game. And
Yeah, I agree. Just put it in the last tier then.
yeah. Or and moving on to a game that's also
Last tier.
yeah.
I really don't think we even need to talk about
It's
this. Like, there's
like
one character.
There and even though it's Dwayne Powers, that doesn't save it, I'd
well,
say.
because it's only dang Dwayne Powers in the last 2 minutes, and then
Yeah.
like
But
he's
even
iconic for
he
those
doesn't
two
really
minutes.
say anything in the end. That's like
I
that.
think
Like,
I like when he says like, "I hope you're not afraid of the dark," and then he traps you with Bess. It's pretty good. But other than that, like,
I mean, George adds nothing interesting. Cuckoo is
yeah, like,
annoying.
how come you're stuck with George, who's literally like the smartest person on the Clue crew team,
Yeah.
and she doesn't
Oh,
do anything?
It does
He
not
doesn't
make
do
sense to me at
anything.
all.
I like George, but like, God, just do something.
They didn't do her well in that game, I don't
Mm-hmm.
think.
All right.
They did her.
Well, next up we have a game with
Oh
dialogue
my god,
galore.
it's so good. I would say Bodacious for
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah, I'd say
Like
that too.
I like the gossiping between the students is it just adds to the character of the game, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Just like,
I mean, Mel is great. Connie, I mean, Izzy has a great lines. It's just really filled with really clever, well written, funny lines. I think.
yeah, and it helps that the plot of the game is pretty like character driven in the fact that they're like the focus
Hmm.
point of who is the backhand and who's
Yeah,
gonna get attacked next, such and
right.
such, you know.
And you interact with all the characters all
And,
the time.
and
You are always talking to them, like
yes,
you said. Like
a lot.
it's critical to gameplay that you find out, the gossip, the backstabbing, stealing boyfriends, stuff like that.
Yes,
It's critical.
exactly. A lot of events happen in this game, and you
Yeah,
really like to see how it affects the characters and how they
absolutely.
see the events that happen. Like, like
Yeah, absolutely.
yes,
This is an easy one.
yeah. This is a
Yeah.
easy pick.
Ooh, Trail the Twister.
Uh,
Okay. I
I
think I know off the bat where I want to put it, but like
I'm close between two tiers. I don't know which one to put it in.
mm, I want to put it in Connie Watson.
yeah, same here.
Really? Really?
I
Wait, what?
what?
I was thinking Oscar-worthy moments.
I
I
I
love the dialogue in that
I
game.
mean, I like Scott and I like Pa, but Debbie and Frosty are just like pretty meh.
Really? Oh, I
Well,
love
I can
Chase's dialogue
I can
too.
agree to an Oscar. Well, yeah, Chase is pretty good.
Chase, Hot, PG Cole, Crowmeister.
Oh,
What can I do for you, ND? It's alright
well,
if I call you ND. ND, I am so happy you called. I love the dialogue in that game. It's so much.
no, it's well, you're kind of
Oh,
convincing me because I genuinely enjoy this game, which can't be said about many people. But I'd say that, yeah, now that I think about it, talking with Krollmeister and Chase is pretty good, and it
what were you
like
thinking, man?
I think I've been convinced too.
kind of
Oh,
overshadows the
it's
blemishes that
so
are
it's
Debbie.
so much fun. Yeah, Debbie doesn't really add much, and I love. Oh my gosh, and get like Frosty's afraid of mice. So what if they scamper all over the place and they have the tiny pink feet and dart at the shadows when you least expect it? Okay, yes, mice totally freak me out. Okay,
I've been
I,
convinced.
I think the lines just add so much to the characters. Like they're very like the characters are in the dialogue that they speak. I adore Chase. Pa is just such a lovable,
I'd say,
grandpa style.
yeah,
PG Crowmeister is one of the best phone characters that you can talk to in the games.
I'd say that
He's
Scott is probably
fantastic.
still my favorite, because of like
Mm-hmm.
I
how
will
he
say
asks
I
you about.
absolutely love his speech at the end.
I love how
Yes, it's
th-
so good.
that and how he's like, that
I
tornado
love
you
Scott.
just saw. What do you think? And
Hmm.
then
I
like
do
he
love their
asks,
responses to when you try to give them moon chunk and they're like, "This ain't
yeah.
candy, this is cheese."
This isn't candy. This is cheese. Ah, the old cheese prank, Nancy.
And then
I
he
I think
just
it's
asks
so much.
you, still think
I
that
love it.
tornadoes are cool? And I like how
Yeah.
how the people are talking when you're driving around, like how
Yes.
Scott talks to Debbie.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's really cool.
Mhm. That's such a neat idea because it's like no one sits in silence in a car when you're driving around. Like you're gonna be talking, and then
Well,
like Frost's little
except
talk with Nancy when looking for
you
clouds.
say that no
It's
one
so fun.
sits in silence while they're driving, but you remember that that moment at the end of the game where Debbie just talks and
Oh, I don't want to
talks
talk
and
about that.
talks to you.
That's so bad. That ending
It's
dialogue is
awful.
terrible. It's so awful.
Who
Other
would
than that, I think the dialogue is
Yeah,
game. It's so
it's
much
pretty
fun.
good. Who would double lock a storm shelter?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
So good.
I've really been convinced. I really didn't think about these things until, we started talking about it more.
It's a pretty
Cool.
pleasant experience as far as
It's
dialogue
very
goes.
fun. It's very fun. I love talking to the
Mhm.
characters.
All right, but this is
That's pretty bodacious, I
oh,
think.
I think we've been
No
I
question.
think we've been
Yeah,
talking about
pretty.
Rentaro for like days now straight, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
Great. Great.
Sudoku.
Oh,
Maybe she's being haunted by the
haunted
ghost of
by the
bad
ghost of bad
spelling.
spelling. I love that quote. All of Rentaro's quotes are great. Yumi is great. Hello, I am Yumi. One
Yeah.
job running Ryokan, please.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's that wooden thing?
Oh, I love that. I
The
love
door?
that
No.
exchange.
It makes that sound. Yeah.
The door? No, the thing. So fun.
I like
The deer
talking
face.
I kind of like talking to Takai about
I
like
do too.
about
I
like
actually like.
life and stuff. The
Her
story
quotes are
about
very touching.
the story about
Yes,
the
I
bird
agree.
and like
As you know
being in
what,
the room.
as much hate as the bird story gets for being too long, it's so sad. It's really,
It's very touching. Like I
really
don't know.
it is. I don't know why people
Yeah.
hate that bird thing so much. I think it's
I
great.
didn't even know that people
I
hated
love
it.
the way she ends it though. Like, Kasumi is still here. I must help her.
And I was like, oh baby, no, sweetie.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And then the ending letter, the bird represents the ghost, and then the
Yeah.
bird leaves. Oh my
Yeah. Oh
god.
yeah.
It's
It's so
so good.
good.
Oh. But
Yes.
yeah,
For
like
sure.
ending monologues are great.
All right.
You know, talking to Savannah is a lot of fun, I think. She
Oh,
adds so much.
if I can say one bad about this game thing, I hate talking to Savannah.
Really?
Yeah, she's probably my least favorite part about the game.
Oh no, really? That's
Mhm.
interesting. I really like talking to her a lot.
I think like
Regards, I am not your note passing buddy. I
I don't
love
know,
that.
her accent is kind of annoying. I'd say she's like
Yeah.
on the lower tier of accents, and at the same time
Mm,
you have to talk to her so much.
yeah, that's true.
Well, that's just my silly opinion. It doesn't knock
No,
the
it's
game
fine.
any lower. I'd say that.
No. It's so good though.
Other than
Dialogue is
that,
fantastic.
I'd say that the character who really doesn't have anything else to say is like Miwako. She's just there.
Right. And you know what? I think that's a good thing too, because
Yeah,
it adds to her character. That's who she is. You
she's
Yeah,
a
know,
very
and
big
not
business
so
like
person.
Nancy points that out and she's talking to
right.
Bess and George and they're just like, well, maybe she's just not a very talkative person. She's very,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know exactly what they say, but she's very introverted,
I
and
like
Yeah,
how she's like focused on business. She's just working.
yeah,
but I do
yeah.
like when she starts going on about like help. You want to help, Nancy?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
just like, I love the little moments when she does talk because you can see all the pent up anger that she has, and she just lets it out in the.
Oh,
Yep.
and
It's really
seeing
cool.
her argue with Rentaro, like in that big bar,
Yeah.
in English,
Mm-hmm.
by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
But
her.
yeah, the dialogue is very good.
Yeah, uh, good.
Yeah, Yumi probably has my favorite quotes.
Oh god,
Mm-hmm.
I we probably should mention this in the video, but Yumi's blog is just amazing. That they did for as
Yeah.
promotional material, and Rentaro even got to
Mm-hmm.
do some Q&As for that as
Yeah,
well.
so cute.
It's very
I
cute.
told
It's
you those
very funny.
microsites were amazing. I love the microsites. I logged in like every other week to keep up and like keep
Oh,
updated.
and the one for Cheryl the Twister is
Yes,
fantastic.
yes. And it gives Pete like the guy who was the intern before Nancy gives him some care. So cool.
Yeah.
They put so much thought
And
into
like
that.
my favorite part of that is like the note from Scott when it's like the the last point of the note is like, where's my marker? It was just here and it's written in pencil. It's like it's pretty funny. Oh,
Captain
kind of
First.
kind of humanizes Scott if I'm honest, because he's like
Mm-hmm.
he's a real person,
Yes.
but we can't just be talking about these two games for that much longer. Let's
Ooh,
talk about
Captive
the Captive
Curse.
Curse.
want to put it in Oscar worthy
Yeah.
off the top of my head.
If
I don't know though.
If I'm honest, the thing that I remember from this game, when it comes to dialogue, is like the confrontation between yourself and
The more I
the
think
big
about it,
cricket.
I absolutely love Renata and her stories
Mm-hmm.
and the metaphors that she uses when she talks. It's brilliant. And Lucas is just a little shit. He's hilarious. I love him.
Even Carl is funny at
Oh yeah, I
times.
was gonna say Carl
What
is
is this,
hilarious too.
1986? Not anymore, he isn't. And he's like, just because he has a briefcase, he thinks he can say what he wants. Carl, what the
And
hell?
the comment about him being all like, "Oh yeah, Lucas will go to military school."
Oh my god, yeah, and he's like, I could send him on a walkabout. I wonder if his father will like that. I'm like,
You
so
know
funny.
what though?
And Marcus,
I haven't
Marcus. Just
I
Marcus.
haven't played this game in a while, but Jordan from Castle Cast is like genuinely one of my favorites. Like favorite phone
really.
characters. I like talking to them. Just for an
Yes,
unknown reason. They're just so fun.
yes, I agree. And Marcus, absolute fantastic, one of the best phone characters in the series over. He's just incredible. I love the dialogue in that game. So good.
You are the girl with the dress, and I'm the monster.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
I,
that means,
I
right?
honestly I can agree to this going in Oscar worthy.
Yeah,
Until
I
we meet
agree.
again.
Mm-hmm. Ah, what are you wearing? Look like are you sure you're in there? Thank you very much, Lucas. You're welcome. I love
Oh, and
Lucas as
like
a
the
character.
first thing
He's
that
so
Lucas says, "No thanks, we already have
Yes!
one."
Yes.
Like, this
What?
is what you
That's
sound
what you
like. What?
what? You passed, good job. Gotta go. So much fun.
Lucas! Kinda like that.
So much.
Oh my god, by the way, like,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that you could see Anya on the surveillance cameras going into the forest until, like, you
Mm-hmm.
played it just recently.
Oh yeah.
Ah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've never seen that before. That's weird, but, like, you don't need more clues as to who's the culprit in the game. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
I'm Bodacious. This is a video game.
Mm. Yeah. Um.
I mean, I can think of a few.
Yeah, like
Like, I
Deirdre.
love when Deirdre's like, yeah, I'm all into that health stuff. And then she takes that sip of her milkshake.
God, she's
Mhm.
so. Deirdre is just.
And when
She's
she's mad about
something.
Ned standing her up, she's like, where were you? And then
Mhm.
he's like, you're wearing the exact same outfit. She's like, how'd
Oh,
you not notice?
it's completely different. Oh, I can't believe you didn't even notice. It's
I
so
like
funny.
how Deirdre talks to Nancy after Nancy has been freed. Like,
Yes.
uh,
Literally, the best part of that game is confronting each suspect and talking to
yes.
them. That's when the game really hits with the dialogue. It's so
Oh, I
good.
love how
You
like how
tailing it up with that firefoot friend of yours.
I
Yeah.
love how Tony is just like, listen, I know you're upset. Do you want to talk about it? Like,
Oh my god, I want to punch her in the face so much.
she's so unlikable, but I love that about her.
Sucks. But yes.
You just love
Ah.
to
Yeah,
hate.
I absolutely love Brenda's mumbo jumbo, the way she's rambling on when she's getting arrested.
Oh yeah.
I have dirt on all of you.
You better not mess with me. I will ruin every single one of you.
Well, it's a risk we'll have to take. Oh, and Chief McGinnis is really fun
Oh
when
yeah,
you knock
Chief
him
McGinnis is
before.
pretty
Yeah.
good. Oh, do
Mm-hmm.
you remember that quote from Best that you like tried to draw about like her not
Oh
being
yeah.
able
Forget the new sundress I bought. I won't be able to fit in my house.
to...
Nancy, if I don't make it, tell my parents I died of ice cream poisoning. I don't know. Like I said again, like when the dialogue hits, it's really good. And then
We're
Alexei
saying
has
quite a
great
lot of
moments.
positive things about this game when it comes to dialogue.
I don't think it's bodacious though.
It's not bodacious,
It's-
no.
It might be Oscar-worthy moments. I
I'd
can agree with
I'd say this is a Scarlet Hand level dialogue game.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
So Oscar worthy then.
yeah.
I would think so, yeah. That's a good placement.
All right. Oh boy,
Mm,
honey, you got a big storm coming.
literally, the only thing
If
I
it
think about
wasn't for Dylan Carter.
Even Professor
hey,
Hotchkiss isn't
hey,
even this much
but
fun.
Abdullah
It's okay.
says some cool I feel like this is like every time I say something like every time
I know you really like Abdullah.
Yes,
I know you really like him.
he's really funny. Okay,
He's got really good moments, I will agree. He's got good
I-
moments. along with
Ramses the
Dylan.
second.
I prefer the
Mhm.
distinguished Dr.
Ramsey.
Bakun.
Hey,
Okay.
Ramses with me.
Yeah.
You are not doing it! Sorry, I'll try harder.
Leaving so soon?
Oh, yeah. I don't know, besides them, it's like, I mean, Professor Hotchkiss is okay in this game, but she's not that great because they just, like, overdid it with her dialogue.
Yeah,
Right.
she's just not as charming, you know.
Yeah, it's
I do
true.
like
But-
that one quote a lot though. Like, if life were a good book, you'd be my favorite
Oh, I
reoccurring
love
character.
that quote. I will. That's such a cute.
That's
cute
a mighty
quote.
fine quote, but other than that, like,
I think it's Connie Watson too.
Connie
maybe.
Watson.
yeah, this is quite the yeah. It's definitely fine. It
Yeah.
below average at best. What a video game. Alright. And now onto the Gummy Bear Theater presents the video version.
Oh. Oh, I don't know. It's between two tiers for me. I don't know which one to put it in.
I think for me,
To be honest, I'm totally even fine with putting it in Bodacious.
I think for me the dialogue is probably my favorite part about the game.
I love the dialogue. It's
Mason
really
is great. Ryan is great.
Yeah.
Great, but I mean, Ellie could have used some work.
You know what? Like I even like Ellie. She's very relatable about how
I think
she
that's like
feels
that
about
thing where it's
science.
like, right? She's just like the like kind of like Mawako. Like I think they should have given her a little more. But that's also just like part of her
I don't
character.
know.
I
I
guess.
think that what she has to say about like being 20% scientist is very profound, if I'm honest, and I feel like many people in the industry feel the same way.
Oh, I feel so bad when she talks about her bullying when she was a kid.
Mhm.
Like that made me so. I love that game because it adds a lot of funny moments, but a lot of deep, really interesting
definitely
moments. Like Gray's whole thing. Oh my god!
Right?
So profound, and I just like
Yes.
that part just really hits for me sometimes when I think about it because it just really gets me like, right there when I think about that dialogue options.
The 4 wasn't there anymore.
Oh my god, I can't. It's so good. The delivery is really good on all of these lines. So much characterization. Yeah, it's bodacious.
Like this is what's so good about the game. It just juggles like comedy and being like so profound so well. It's like it's why I love Haunted Carousel so much as well. It's just so good.
It's great. Good dial. Yeah, very bodacious.
And Deirdre in this game is also quite funny.
Oh, she's so funny. She's so funny.
She definitely adds a lot of like comedy value.
What I want? This is about what you want.
Are you in Colorado by any chance?
Do you think you can beat her in a fist fight? About Ryan.
Yes.
Alright, yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think about Thornton Hall?
I do really like Harper's quotes.
Yes, Harper has the best quotes in that game.
And even Wade, but as of, Colton. Colton, sorry.
Yeah.
And Clara, whatever.
Yes.
Jesselyn.
Oh god, don't even mention Addison. Like,
oh
she's
yeah,
literally one of the worst phone contacts ever.
Terrible phone contact.
Jesus Christ. But Yeah, Harper and
Oh, I
Wade are
don't
pretty
know.
good, but other than those, like, dialogue
Mm.
isn't really
Help,
this.
I'm in a whale. Oh, never I'd ever just do such a thing. Also, how like what was it that Wade talks about the Kentucky Fried Chicken guy, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
Oh,
But he's
talking
kind of
about boots.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Boots are good if they're muddy. You've been through like stuff. Okay. Oh, I love the quote. I fell for Black Tuesday banker.
Oh
That
my
is such a
god.
good quote. I love that quote. It's so good.
The
Anyway.
more I think about it, there are a lot of good quotes from Harper and Wade especially, and it happens quite often. There's a lot of them. It's like kind of throughout the whole game. I would probably want to put this in like Oscar worthy.
yeah, it's just the problem is
Yes,
that
I
those
agree.
are the only
It's
two
definitely
characters that dispose those
yeah.
quotes.
But
And
it's kind of
great.
okay because there's a lot of it too, so it's not
Yeah,
like it's just a few.
fair point, I'd suppose. Yeah,
I
I think
agree.
I'm fine with putting it here, but I don't
I
know.
agree with Oscar Worthy because the like I said, when those quotes hit, they really hit, and they're really
Yeah,
really good.
they're
Yeah.
pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do you think about Mr. Scotland over here?
The only dialogue, to be honest, I care about in that game is when Ned gets caught sneaking into Nancy's house and Carson's just like, "Shut up, Ned."
Am I on speakerphone? Yes, you are. Pretty funny.
That is pretty funny. I like when Samantha Quicks
I
is
love
like,
Alec. He's one of my favorite characters, and
Oh,
he's my
Alec
favorite
is
character
great.
in the
Yeah.
game. I love.
yeah, Alec is pretty
Anybody want
good.
to talk to me? Anybody at all?
I like it
Can
when
I get another?
Zoe is like, also you stole my alias. Don't just do that. That's like
Mm-hmm.
she's
Mm-hmm.
pretty funny.
The
Yeah.
American girl.
Yeah. I need a bag and drag for Miss Drew.
Hmm. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm thinking
I'm kind of thinking like Connie
I
Watson.
am too. That's what I was gonna say
Yeah,
as
this seems
well.
like a Connie.
Because other than those like bits, I can't think of anything else that's full.
Yeah.
God, I'm really
I
sorry
don't know.
about these ads. The kind of an
Oh,
eyesore.
it's good. I've been ignoring it the whole time, so you're good. I haven't
Yeah,
ignored it.
yeah.
All right. Oh God. So what about?
God.
You know
Uh,
what? I don't even care where this one goes. There's like a couple quotes I like, but like everything else is just whatever.
Is he
they
walking?
That's my favorite one probably.
the fact that they didn't give Nancy any dialogue options to talk with Sunny June about their past together, it ruins me. It literally
Yep.
just tears my heart apart because I'm like, you had this, and what did you do with it? Nothing.
I hate how like how nothing the conversations are in this game.
I hate Lena. The only time I like Lena is the last like 10 minutes of the game.
I hate
Other than that, I
Kiri.
despise talking to her. I don't like talking to Kiri.
Mm.
Bess kind of annoys me a little bit. George just like sleeps the whole time. I wish they did more with her.
Yeah, well, George is like kind of wasted in every game, isn't she?
That's you know what? That's a good point.
Yeah.
Justice for George. Come on.
I don't know. I kind of want to. I don't know. I kind of want to put it in the last tier.
Yeah, fair. I'd say
I
so.
just, God,
Yeah.
I just don't get. I just don't get anything from the dialogue. It has some good moments, like Patrick's lines are great.
Yes,
And
Patrick
I
is
love when
the only good character.
I love when Bess offers it like his whole cracker thing. He's like, yeah, I just offer people crackers so I don't have to talk to them. That's pretty funny. And Bess is like, oh, crackers, nice. Yes, no, but it's like other than that, it's just doesn't do anything for me
Yeah, it's
personally.
pretty lame if I do say so
Yes,
myself.
and it's
Mhm.
one of those games where it's like Nancy's just like on her own. Characters just aren't a big important
Mhm.
addition to it. So it's
Oh
just
yeah,
Nancy
it's
just
definitely very like more on the exploration side,
yeah.
so to speak.
Ooh, the next one might be kind of divisive. I don't know
I
Is it
honestly
really?
know where I want to put it.
I don't like
where.
the dialogue in this game.
The dog.
Mhm.
I just. It's so bottom tier for me. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Dialogue is just terrible, if you ask me.
What I love about I like talking to Thanos. I like his dialogue is really fun to me just because like how threatening he is. Yeah,
Yes,
I like it.
he's
Even though you
pretty
don't get to
funny.
talk to him that much, he adds just a lot of just this freakiness and like scariness factor. Like you even talk to him once and you're like, I'm afraid to talk.
Mm-hmm.
When you can like ask him like, oh, have you killed people? He's like, I don't know, maybe. And I'm like, oh God, what? Um I love the audio files though. That's my favorite part of the game is the audio files and you listen to the rehearsals. I really, really like
Oh
that
god,
about the
I
game.
can't believe we forgot, but Nico's audio like recordings are one of my
Mm-hmm.
favorite parts of this game. That's just a
Yeah, I
tangent though.
agree.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, the audio
But
files are
yeah,
not that bad.
like Diddly Device, I really like the audio files in
Mhm.
this. And then I think they do have some profound, not like profound moments, but just like, Xenia is like, I used to be this happy girl and I don't know what happened to her. And then the sad realization with Niobe, and she did it to protect a friend and she just I don't know, I like the interaction between the characters. I think those are the best parts of the game is the dialogue between each other because they do that really well.
Yeah. Although
I don't know.
I'd say that when it comes to dialogue between each other, I'd say that this game does a really bad job at like trying to foreshadow that they wrote like together, but
Oh,
like
yeah, I don't.
it's very bad at hiding that fact, if I'm honest.
I oh I don't. I'm not really talking about that. I
Yes,
agree
I
that
know,
they
I
didn't do
know,
that
I know, I
well,
know.
but
It
I
just
agree.
it just detracts from the fact.
Like the big thing I get with this game is like they had a great idea. It's just the didn't pay off that well. They
Mm-hmm.
could have done it a lot better in execution. But I think the interaction between the characters, I like Niobe and Thanos when they're like she's starting to throw pots,
Mm-hmm.
and she's getting so angry and he's like, "You wish you didn't do that." I don't know, it's just kind of fun. So,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I wish
I'm
like
going to yeah.
I wish that we had that kind of character interaction in other games, I guess.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
like
where you get to
it,
see more interaction between
it
I
almost
agree.
seems kind of wasted.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I'm going to argue I don't know. I kind of want to put it in Connie Watson.
Yeah, I think
I don't.
Connie Watson is a fine place to put it. You've
What do you think,
That's
Meg?
semi-convinced me
fine.
already.
Okay.
God. Alright. Sea of
Alrighty.
Darkness is up next.
Oh, it's so good. I love the dialogue in this game. Oh, it's so good. I love it personally.
Who's your favorite person to talk to in this game?
I love them all.
I don't
Um,
necessarily really have a favorite, but I do know which one of them I dislike the most, and it's Dagny. I really don't like Dagny.
yeah,
Really?
I'm the total opposite.
I like Dagny.
Really?
I adore Dagny. I love her dialogue
I just
option.
can't with her. She's so annoying and she's so rude.
Yeah, I kind of like that about her.
Yeah, well, being rude is part of. I don't know.
I love Alex. She is so much fun. What a fun phone character. I know we were kind of talking about this the other day, but she's a really
Yeah.
my favorite character. Um, I don't know. I really like talking to them all. Even Elizabeth is really cool because she's that introvert type, but then she just starts getting this progression of opening up to Nancy, and it's really well done. I love that about her. Like she's one of those introverts, but they added really good dialogue options for her as well. I think it's pretty bodacious, honestly. This game.
Yeah, I can see
I would
that.
just put it in Oscar worthy, to be honest.
Okay.
I'd say that's yeah. I can agree to the Oscar worthy if I'm honest.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good game for dialogue. It's just that like it's not that good. Yeah. All right. Well, are we gonna talk about?
Just do it.
Alright, are we gonna talk about the
Imagine if you
dossier
dragged it
games?
over. Can you imagine if you dragged it over to Bodacious and just do it, and it's just like
Yeah.
Bodacious.
Are we gonna talk about the dossier games?
Uh,
What do you think, Meg?
I really did actually like the dialogue in both of them, but I mean, it was just those few moments, those like few that really made me go like, oh yeah, that's good. But I mean,
I think the
I
problem
think
is
I'd just put both of them. I guess if we're gonna include them this time, maybe in Oscar worthy.
Hmm. I think they do the dialogue really well in these games, and
I
it's.
I'm having trouble deciding which one of those two has the best dialogue though.
I think they're kind of on. Hell, they might be on equal footing.
Yeah.
I think they're very equal because it's like they're true. There isn't a lot of dialogue because it's not like, oh, you call this character and you can talk to them. It's just when you get the option, you're forced to talk. But when you do, it's really, really well done, and it's really fun. And it's another game where they do really good interaction between the characters at like those powwow scenes, as they were called.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they have like that big group bonding sessions, those are so good, so well done, where all
I
the
like
characters are just yelling at each other.
the scene at the end where like people just accuse each other at the end of the White's camera curses one.
Yeah.
It's
Mm-hmm.
hmm, quite something. I don't know if we're actually gonna put this on. Like, I just asked for shits and giggles, you know.
Uh, well, no, I think we should just exclude them because they're really not on the same level as the rest
Yeah.
of the games.
Yeah.
Good point.
But
It's
just to mention that the games do have like some good dialogue.
They're very fun.
They're.
Yes. If we were to, yeah, I
I think
agree.
the only
Yeah.
problem is that they're a lot different structurally, so it's not
Yeah.
that comparable.
Right.
Because it's not like you get dialogue choices. It's like, hey, here's this character. Now you have to talk to them. So it's not like.
Mhm. And you can't really choose what to talk about either.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I do love the dialogue choices, though. Those are so funny.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
If
maybe by
only we
being a
could hear
complete.
Lonnie Manella actually say
I
those.
know! Maybe by being a complete ditz, maybe? They're so funny. But yeah, pretty solid list, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. Alright. And it seems pretty balanced, to be honest, in the four
Agree.
tiers that we constructed. Obviously, the bell curve says that it's going to be a lot more in the average section, but, you know, it's
Mhm.
pretty fine. Pretty fine list, pretty good.
Agreed.
I'd say pretty agreeable as well. People are gonna see this and think, wow, I agree with this. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mind me, I'm just playing with the with the options. Alright. Should I stop the recording now? Or do we have any closing thoughts?
Stay bodacious.
Stay
Stay bodacious.
bodacious. Alright.